Today we're going to be talking about, oh boy, Games a Chance. Happy Friday, welcome back, and if you are new, if you can do me a big favor, and if you enjoy today's episode, smash the like button, and think about clicking the subscribe button, because you're going to be getting a wide range of variety of content based around the greatest game ever called RuneScape. And oh man, there are so many different things to talk about on RuneScape, let alone different variants to play. But first and foremost, if you are looking for a juicy video or movie to watch on Netflix as you AFK some RuneScape goals, definitely check out this movie. I ended up watching it last night. I actually, I've been paying for Netflix membership for I want to say beyond a decade now. And believe it or not, there are some times where I don't even use Netflix on a monthly basis. So I gotta ramp up my Netflix watching of movies because I'm paying for the friggin' thing, right? I haven't seen a shark movie actually in a while. So if you are a shark movie fan, this one is definitely pretty awesome to watch. It's nothing unrealistical. It's actually a very realistical movie. It's not like any type of Sharknado or something like that. Pretty much in South Carolina, during a Category 5 hurricane, a town gets flooded, and pretty much some sharks enter into the water, into the town, and, well, you gotta watch the rest. But if you are looking for a good movie, that's definitely one. Okay, so I want to respond to actually quite a few people. Some people responded to yesterday's video on this channel. Some people responded to yesterday's video on my main channel. I uploaded a new PKing video yesterday on my main channel, Nightmare RH. My third PKing video for 2026 edition. So definitely check that out. Otherwise, one of you all commented, oopsie daisy, jumping ahead. There we go. I pretty much said that I need to start DMing people on RuneScape again like I did many, many years ago. Many years ago, I pretty much just fought, random people. When I say DMing, it's a very wide, different range of term because it's based around gambling now. I literally mean getting some rune armor and a abyssal whip and going fighting in the wild. Not talking about DMing in the sense of risking billions of GP. But there's been a lot of altercation. So, Mr. Crown, Convict, DMing is banned now. I responded, that is for, people who real-world trade or risk high loot. 2 people fighting in the wild is PKing, but I just reread some stuff, and there is such a gray area on this. Have to dig deeper. Okay, so I am on the main website on Jagex's terms of service right here. But before I pretty much look into Games a Chance, if you go ahead and type into AI or just type into Google, you're going to be getting, obviously, a very shocking answer. Deathmatch DMing is bannable offense in old school RuneScape as of 15 August 2024. This is when the clan ROT, Reign of Terror, got banned. It's also when Third Age items pummeled on old school RuneScape. I bought a bunch of Third Age items earlier in 2024, and they have utterly been diced. So thank you, ROT buttholes. However, yes, this is definitely pulling data from people that are very much gambling per se. But if you go ahead and actually look on the follow-on videos, it's utterly pretty shocking. There are people that have been reported and actually have gotten banned for literally just fighting people in the wild in an organized manner. So it's really a gray area. And when I say deathmatch of people, I literally mean we are dressing up in rune armor and going for a old-fashioned fight in the wild. The problem is that Jagex may very well be some buttholes. Or actually, you want to know what? It's not even Jagex's fault. Yeah, I'm actually going to retract calling Jagex some buttholes. It's really not Jagex's fault that people choose to abuse the system, because what was happening 2 years ago were people were fighting each other and risking high amount of loot. So, for example, I get dressed up maybe in some Duroc armor. You get dressed up in some Duroc armor as well, too. We both trade each other's inventories. You look at my inventory, I look at your inventory. I have maybe 50 mil of GP in my inventory. You have 50 mil of GP in your inventory. That is DMing gambling 101. The problem is that does somebody really want to take a chance about being in a gray area or not? When it comes to really like Jagex, I don't dabble in gray areas. I've actually stayed out of gray areas. I don't dabble in attempting to do a exploit of a bug or abuse. I've just really never been that person, and that's one of the reasons why my account has never been disabled. But there are plenty of people out there that have gotten banned by just trying to do a bug, trying to do an exploit, trying to maybe get away with some DMs and stuff, right? So this is definitely a very gray area, and I got to really dig deeper into this tremendously, because like I said, I'm not really a gambling human being when it comes to my RuneScape account. But if this is really true, it kind of really does suck, because if you've been following me over the many, many years, one of the popular things that I started doing back in 2011 and also 2012, and I ended up doing it all the way up until 2013, was I would do DMs. And like I said, I would basically meet any of you all that wanted to, go PKing, very old-fashioned PKing. We basically meet up. We have a inventory of food, some pee-pee pots, some whatever. Sometimes I would say, hey, I don't have vengeance. Do you want to not do vengeance? Sometimes I really just didn't give a shit if you venged or not. And we basically battled it out. Some old-fashioned, like, PKing, right? So I don't really know if that's really, like, bannable per se, but it's really a lot. It's pretty shocking if you actually watch a lot of videos about it. A lot of other YouTubers have videos on it. I didn't make a video on DMing getting banned because, to be honest, I obviously made a video on ROT clan, how they got banned. I made a video on how Jagex was pretty much doing away with gambling. But I kind of really missed the part that, hey, doing a custom deathmatch could be perceived as DMing. But then again, how would Jagex know that it's a custom deathmatch? Well, one, obviously, if I have a friggin' video on it, like, hey, me and someone's meeting up in the wild, even though we're in, like, full rune armor, it's still, I'm making a friggin' video on it, right? And the whole reason being is because, like, people in PvP worlds are just very much like high-level individuals. When I say high-level, I don't mean combat-wise. I mean experience-wise. I'm not talking about actually like experience in the game. I'm talking about experience, your level of being a PKer. My experience is just, let's go ahead and, click attack and see what happens, right? Just bonk, bonk, bonk. Pretty much RNG. Now, the thing that I will say about games of chances isn't regular PKing a game of chance. Because if you really think about it, if you are a PKer, it's in a way a game of chance. Because if, let's say, I am PKing you or you're PKing me, we rely on RNG. It doesn't matter if you have more ticks than me. It comes down to straight friggin' RNG. It really does. RNG is random number generator. You click on me and you get a very high attack or low attack. I click on you, vice versa. However, the game now on OSRS, 13 years later, it's very much moved to a very different system than it once was many like years ago, even like well beyond a decade. But Games of Chance 101, you must not advertise, organize, promote, or take part in any Games of Chance. Games of Chance are games that depend more on luck than skill. That could very much be derived on RNG, I guess. It's very gray. Not to mention, this is not like a friggin' justice system where you can have a lawyer pretty much like be on your behalf. If Jagex wants to go ahead and disable your account, they're going to disable your account or give you a warning. My account has never been disabled, never been given a warning before. I have been locked out of my account because I have a military background, and I was actually on one deployment, and my account did get friggin' locked because obviously I was in a different location. I did have the luxury of being stationed in Europe for a couple years, living in Germany. My account did get locked then. So, I mean, there is a difference of your account getting locked because, one, maybe you have a military background and you're all over the world, or two, maybe you have a job, a career, you're all over the world, maybe three, you are on vacation, you're all over the world, maybe four, maybe someone did log on to your account and your account got locked in a good way, right? That is a different situation than having your account be locked or banned based on something like this. Where did I leave off? They are mostly games that people bet on. For example, situations where in-game GP or items are traded with the promise that you will receive additional in-game GP or items in the return. So this part is really a gray area because what if theoretically none of this is happening, but theoretically I meet someone and PK them in the wild? So I go ahead and DM someone in the wild and I wear full, Torok, you wear full Torok, and we just, battle to the we battle till the end, and we don't exchange items. This is a good thing, this is a bad thing. Well, it's good in the sense because obviously that doesn't happen, but it's bad in the sense because once again, how do you know the system isn't gonna, poop on you? If you correctly guess the outcome or result of the game being offered. So that's gambling 101, or having a chance per se. Some of these games of chance are offered by macro accounts, very true. These are accounts in game that look like other players, but are not run by human and are pre-programmed to offer games of chance. Friggin' Terminators. Friggin' Terminators have accounts. It's crazy, right? Utterly crazy in 2026. It is against the rules to use and run these okay, obviously, I don't run friggin' Terminator accounts. Any websites or services that provide you with opportunity to offer in-game, are real-world trading 101. It is often the case that the rules of games of chance are not clear, or the game of chance is being played not fair, heavily stocked in favor of one side. In a joking manner, anyone that fights me in the wild, obviously, you have a better chance than me. So, hey, this could come into play. There is also no guarantee that the person offering the game of chance will keep their side of the deal. Okay, so this literally looks like, if I'm, like, running a gambling ring. But, I mean, this is basically pretty much it about games of chance. Real-world trading, obviously, is so different. So, I mean, like, I honestly don't know. Because there is a gray area here, because obviously, let's be realistical about it. Even though Jagex sees everything that I do on game, and also reads all my messages on game, playing devil's advocate here, Jagex doesn't know what happens off game. So theoretically, two people could be talking on Discord, and theoretically two people could, in theory, be doing a DM in a very secretive manner. But when it comes to video making, I just really want to fight people in the wild and just really have like a fun time PKing. Because the people in PvP worlds, it's like a friggin', it's like a friggin', you know, my experience is here, and these people's experiences are, you know, to the friggin' heavens. One way to really bypass this is maybe when I'm about to do a PKing video, I basically pretty much say to people, I'm like, hey, I'm going into a PvP world right now. Anyone that wants to come and fight me, come and fight me. I'm not sure if that's against the rules or not. That is a gray area. That really is a gray area. But then again, I mean, I think this pretty much revolves around high-level game, you know, high-level agreements upon like games. But it can very much be perceived differently. It truly is a gray area. So, definitely let me know down below if any of you all have an opinion on this, whether or not you think it's a gray area, whether or not you think it's a loophole. Even though I'm not using it as like a loophole, just more so to make fun videos. But I do understand how I do understand how bad people ruined it a lot for good people, because obviously bad people turning it into a gambling ring affects, you know, good people that just want to have a fun experience, right? All right, so I'm gonna wrap up today's episode here. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, smash the like button, and I will see you tomorrow on a brand new vlog. New video on my main channel, Nightmare RH, tomorrow also. Stay tuned for that. And I will click the, on where the friggin' hell is the stop button? Oh, here it is. Later, everyone. Bye.